and guests on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Wednesday morning, everyone, and welcome to another Coffee Time with Blind United. It's Hump Day, y'all, and I'm Ed, and I'm joined in the studio today. I got Brittany with me. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning. Happy Hump Day, everybody.
We got Miss Carol out of Dallas.
Good morning, everyone.
And then, of course, my brother Pedro with all the magic buttons.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday.
All right. So it is Hump Day today. So, Pedro, you might as well go on and unmute yourself, my brother, because today in our interest groups is Pedro's tech group. So he always does a better job at describing what he's going to do than me. So go for it, my brother.
Well, today we concentrating on it's more of a open forum for people that want to come and ask a question. I'm gonna try to get to most of them, and we try to make this go smooth. This class won't be recorded because due to everybody speaking. So come along, participate if you have a question. I know sometimes I do have questions, and I'm not able to answer until the end. But today it's an open forum, so come on in and drop your question. If it pertains to iPhone, it could be a Mac question. Well, if I could answer it, I will answer it. It could be probably even music production. What else? Maybe movie production or something. I will answer your questions. Come on in.
And that will be at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So come on in, get your questions ready. And I have no doubt in my mind that Pedro is going to be able to help you get through whatever your iPhone woes may be. So we look forward to that one at 7 p.m. tonight. So anyway, it's another great day in the neighborhood. Like I say, Hump Day. We're in the middle of the week. We're trying to get through it. And we got a lot of stuff going on. So, just want to get a couple things out the way up front. Again, if you like what we're doing here at Blind United and you want to support what we're doing here at Blind United, understand that everything we do, everything we provide for all of our participants is absolutely free, whether it's, Pedro and his tech group or Andy and the Jaws group or, Sean and the AI group or Dominic and the support group. I mean, the list goes on to the various groups we have, but again, to provide those platforms, to be able to provide everything to you folks for free, it does cost us a couple dollars. So, we'd appreciate any donation that you would love to drop our way. Again, we would truly appreciate it. And you can do that in a couple different ways. You can go to our website and seek out that donate button, and you can donate directly right there. Or, you could just Zelle your money to Blind United Incorporated using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com. And then drop in the subject matter, what you would like your money to go towards. I mean, maybe you want your money to go towards the scholarships. Maybe you want to, just let us have some money for operational costs, such as providing these Zoom and StreamYard platforms, or whatever you would like to donate your money to. Drop that in their subject line, and we'll make sure that your money gets spent on what you want it to be spent on. So again, we appreciate any donation you folks will send our way, and thank you in advance. So all right, well, let's move on with the day, and I'll let Pedro take over the agenda for the rest of it. What you got up
Woman
first
who
for us,
received
my brother?
pig kidney transplant has it removed. Surgeons at NYU took out the pig kidney because it wasn't getting enough blood flow. Surgeons in New York have removed a pig kidney less than 2 months after transplanting it into Lisa Pisano, a 54-year-old woman with kidney failure who also needed a mechanical heart pump. The team behind the transplant says there were problems with the heart pump, not the pig kidney, and that the patient is in stable condition. Pisano was facing heart and kidney failure and required routine dialysis. She wasn't eligible to receive a traditional heart and kidney transplant from a human donor because of several chronic medical conditions that reduced the likelihood of a good outcome. Pisano first received a heart pump at NYU Langone Health on April 4th, followed by the pig kidney transplant on April 12th. The heart pump, a device called a left ventricular assist device, or LVD, is used in patients who are either awaiting heart transplantation or otherwise aren't a candidate for a heart transplant. In a statement provided to Wired, Pisano's medical team explained that they electively removed the pig kidney on May 29, 47 days after transplant, after several episodes of the heart pump not being able to pass enough blood through the transplanted kidney. Steady blood flow is important so that the kidney can produce urine and filter waste. Without it, Pisano's kidney function began to decline. On balance, the kidney was no longer contributing enough to justify continuing the immunosuppression regimen, said Robert Montgomery, director of the NYU Langone Transplant Institute, in the statement. Like traditional transplant patients, Pisano needed to take immunosuppressive drugs to prevent her immune system from rejecting the donor organ. The kidney came from a pig genetically engineered by Virginia biotech company Revivicor to lack a gene responsible to produce a sugar known as alpha-gal. In previous studies at NYU Langone, researchers found that removing this sugar prevented immediate rejection of the organ when transplanted into brain-dead patients. During Pisano's surgery, the donor pig's thymus gland, which is responsible for educating the immune system, was also transplanted to reduce the likelihood of rejection. A recent biopsy did not show signs of rejection, but Pisano's kidney was injured due to a lack of blood flow, according to the statement. The team plans to study the explanted pig kidney to learn more. Pisano is now back on dialysis, a treatment for kidney failure patients, and her heart pump is still functioning. She would not have been a candidate for the heart pump if she had not received the pig kidney. We are hoping to get Lisa back home to her family soon, Montgomery said, calling Pisano a pioneer and a hero in the effort to create a sustainable option for people waiting for an organ transplant. Pisano was the second living person to receive a kidney from a genetically engineered pig. The first, Richard Slayman of Massachusetts, died in May just 2 months after the historic transplant. The surgery was carried out on March 16th at Massachusetts General Hospital. In a statement released on May 11th, the hospital said it had no indication that Slayman's death was the result of the pig kidney transplant. The donor pig used in Slayman's procedure had a total of 69 different genetic edits. Pisano was the second living person to receive a kidney from a genetically engineered pig. The first, Richard Slayman of Massachusetts, died in May just 2 months after the historic transplant. The surgery was carried out on March 16th at Massachusetts General Hospital. In a statement released on May 11th, the hospital said it had no indication that Slayman's death was the result of the pig kidney transplant. The donor pig used in Slayman's procedure had a total of 69 different genetic edits. The global donor organ shortage has led researchers, including the NYU and Massachusetts teams, to pursue the possibility of using pigs as an alternative source. But the body immediately recognizes pig tissue as foreign, so scientists are using gene editing to make pig organs look more like human ones to the immune system. Just how many gene edits will be needed to keep pig organs working in people is a topic of much debate. Pig heart transplants have also been carried out in 2 individuals, one in 2022 and the other in 2023, at the University of Maryland. In both cases, the patients were not eligible for human ones. Those donor pigs had 10 genetic edits and were also bred by Revivcur. Both recipients died around 2 months after their transplants. Now back to the coffee time crew.
Well, this is
It's amazing. Science is amazing.
Right. Well, this is an
Absolutely.
update, right? We talked about this before when what was it? I
The
think
gentleman
actually,
that passed away.
well, it was also when
With the lady.
this lady first got hers 2 months ago, right?
Right.
So this is
Right.
actually kind of like our second update, but and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I really do. But I mean, it sounds awful coincidental. I don't mean to sound, so in a way, a conspiracy or whatever, but it's just awful convenient that, there's no evidence that old boy's death was, the result of the kidney. And then now in this one, there's no evidence of the issue was not the kidney, but instead was the heart pump, which I guess it makes sense if the heart pump wasn't pumping enough to supply enough, blood to the kidney. So.
No, that does make sense, but I'm pretty sure they do still have some kinks to work out because these are the first people to try this. So
Right.
I never heard them saying that they replaced the heart pump in this story. So if it's a heart pump, why did they say it or did I miss it?
No, you missed that. That she had to get the heart pump in order to get the kidney.
Backwards. She needed to get the kidney in order to get the heart pump.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. Well, I knew it was in there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
But
science, the cutting edge of science is insane. I know they said they did some gene edits to make it look more human, but sometimes I feel doctors and scientists kind of underestimate the body.
the
The
brain.
body is so really complicated. It knows. So with them still doing probably those 10 edits, they might need to do more. But this, if it becomes successful and able to be used widely, it could help a lot of people. I know they had trying to create them in a lab from cells, but I don't know how that's going. I know they had some problems there, but I would think they don't want any blowback and say it was the kidney, because it depending on what they considered a kidney problem, you know, a different type of problem that they probably didn't oversee and foresaw at that could have happened. It could have been immune system type shutting down, or the kidney wasn't regulating, like it said, it wasn't producing too much of like the heart pump and stuff like that. So it could have been a problem, but not a kidney problem. But it could have been a problem that the kidney probably introduced. You kind of get me what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like a side effect kind of thing.
Yes, and depending on the doctors, if they will consider that a kidney problem. You get what I'm saying? So it's all
Uh,
about the
Right.
language.
right. Well, again, and then because there is such a need, for kidneys and hearts and livers and stuff like that, science and medicine and so on and so forth, they're going to be, exploring other ways to try to provide these things because folks that are, really get into this for, you know, the the ability to change people's lives to, to better the quality of life for people, that those folks that have truly at that in their heart, they're going to try to find, because they want to help as many people as they can. They want to try to save as many people as they can. So, they're going to keep doing this. They're going to keep doing it. Again, I mean, all this reprogramming of, these, whatever it is, the neural stuff within the, trying to trick the body. I mean, I'm sorry, the human neural system is just, man, I mean, I don't even think they truly understand the full extent of, the human neural system. So it's hard to trick the body into thinking that, something's not going on that's actually going on, so.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I know someone that had a kidney transplant, but he is taking 30 pills a day just to keep that kidney. And he said he would rather take the 30 pills than to be on dialysis 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's standard, Britt. I mean, we know a few people that have gotten kidney transplants, and they're on a regimen of pills like that, and then I also just want to add, that even when you get a legitimate human, perfect candidate kidney, there's no guarantee it's going to stick. I mean, we have a very dear friend of ours, hers, she got a transplant maybe a little over 2 years ago, I think it is, maybe 3 at the most. And her kidney's gone already. It stopped functioning, It could not, produce enough insulin for her body, so it's failed. She's back on dialysis now, So, I mean, on that note, I had told her, I promised I would just put this out there. I don't actually have all the correct information. But folks, if you want to help these folks, reach out to these donor platforms and stuff, and get signed up, get tested, whatever, to see if, you could possibly be a donor. You don't realize how many, how you could save a life, you know what I'm saying? And change the quality of life for somebody, I mean, yes, we can survive on one kidney. A lot of people don't realize we don't need one to survive. When they get a transplant, they only get one. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
Was it a national donor list? I know it has something to do with the national donor list. You can go there and you can sign up. You can get all the, requirements of whatever, where you can go to get tested, and then, again, when you're at DMV, I don't think they even do it anymore. I know they used to get a little red card to put on the back of your ID, that you want to be a donor. So in the case of a accident, where there's loss of life, they have the right to harvest, whatever from your body. So again, if you can, please jump out there and help. A lot of people could use that. You know what I'm saying? So
and now they have a mark on there. I've been a donor for a long time, so they have a mark on the ID.
Yes, me too.
Apple makes it easier to sign up and donate also through the Health app. You could put yourself to be a donator. So you don't even have to go to the DMV. You could actually do it on your iPhone, and it will be on your record.
A beautiful thing. Make it easy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. It just can't anybody run down there and donate. I'm being honest. My lifestyle is putting me in a position where I'm not a good donor. But again, I want to do everything I can to help other folks, so again, please do what you can to try to help these folks out. So, but again, back to the story. I mean, science is going to keep pushing. Like I said, we talked about when this article first came up, about back in the day where they replaced the baby's heart with a baboon heart, Right. Of course, there was no follow-up to find out if the baboon or the child is still living. But again, science is always going to push that envelope. They're going to push that envelope and push it and push it and push it until they find something that works where they can help some people. So I hope they find something soon. I hope they'll be able to help more and more people. I really do.
All right. On that note, I'm going to, we'll be back, folks.
Unleash your creativity and spice up your senses at the Blind United Turn It Up and Paint event. Join us on June 22nd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Fontana, California for an afternoon filled with art, flavor, and fun. For just $30, get your own canvas and paint kit. Enjoy delicious carne asada nachos, other tasty appetizers, and receive a coupon for one of 3 Turn It Up items to use at the event. Don't miss out on this unique experience brought to you by Blind United under the leadership of our CEO, Ed Davis. It's not just an event, it's a celebration of creativity and community. Secure your spot now. Call us at 1-909-846-8825 or email info@blindunited.org. We can't wait to see you there and watch your creativity soar. Feeling lucky? Join Blind United for a thrilling day at Viejas Casino and Resort. Slaw Machine. Mark your calendars for Friday, August 9th. We're rolling out from 2 locations, Montclair and Buena Park at 9 a.m. sharp, so don't be late. For just $21, you can enjoy a ride filled with fun, refreshments, and the chance to win big. Remember, space is limited, and the deadline for your payment is July 20th. All bookings are non-refundable after July 20th. Bring your poker face and your ID and get ready for a day of excitement and entertainment. No worries about the drive. We've got you covered. You can just relax there and back. Book your spot now. Contact Cheryl at 909-821-9589, C. Thurston74@gmail.com, or Pedro at 323-631-2122, P. Aguilera at blindunited.org. Let's hit the jackpot together. You can sell your payments to Blind United Incorporated by using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
All right. I know I just want to throw this out there in the very first commercial when they Turn It Up and Paint party. You know, they talking about we're doing this under my leadership or whatever. Folks, it ain't me. It's my team. I got a great team behind me, you know, Pedro and Brittany, and there's many others that work with us, you know, and help us plan these events and get this stuff off the ground and you know. So,
there's no I in team, y'all. No.
That's right.
Team.
That's right. It's not me. It's us. And again, you know, so I just happen to be the guy with the title. That's all it is. So. But we're gonna continue to do what we do to make it happen. We do these other fundraisers as well because we do have a lot going on. You know, I'm sorry bringing back around to this fundraising, but again, we just got through giving away $2,000 in scholarships. You know, I mean, again, we got expenses coming up. This StreamYard renewal is getting ready to come up. Our Zoom renewal is coming up. You know, all of these things take money. So yeah, we need to do these fundraisers. It's not so we can line our pockets and go out and have, you know, retreats or, you know, all of these business dinners or whatever people might want to, you know, assume that we're doing. No, it's just we're trying to raise money so we can continue to provide, you know, all the stuff that we provide to you guys on a daily basis. So,
and a friendly reminder, a lot of the stuff that we provide is free, guys. The support group is free. Pedro's iPhone class is free. Our JAWS class is free. All of it is free. And I want to say in California, it's $100 an hour to get assistive technology training. So we're offering this stuff for free, guys. So please I don't ever want you guys to think that we're pocketing money or doing anything nefarious, because we believe in Blind United. We believe in supporting blind people, helping other blind people. And that's why all of us are so passionate about what we do at Blind United.
Exactly.
Yeah, correct, guys, correct. We're just trying to help the blind community and stuff like that. The folks that are not able to get help, we provide that for free. We just fundraise for scholarships, operational costs, and other things like that that the organization needs. But here's another story, and me and my better half, we were talking about air tags, guys, and for those that don't know, these are some new devices. It's like a little, it's not a tracker, but it's like to locate your items. Okay. But hey, I heard these devices finds your luggage. People put them on their kids and stuff like that. So let's take a listen and let's talk about some air tags.
Still not convinced by AirTags? They just helped police recover $5 million of stolen items. Maybe tagging your items isn't such a bad idea. Apple's AirTags are over 3 years old now. Despite this, they're still fantastic options for anyone who finds their keys mysteriously disappearing. But if you're yet to be convinced by the Bluetooth trackers, these recent police story might just help you change your mind. AirTags managed to recover $5 million worth of stolen items thanks to the location data they share. As explained to the Washington Post, a carpenter from Northern Virginia, weary of constant overnight thefts, took matters into his own hands by planting AirTags on his tools. The thieves struck again on January 22nd, making off with a fresh batch of the carpenter's tools, including a few seeded with AirTags. Armed with his iPhone, he began tracking the items, leading him through the DC metro suburbs and ultimately to a storage facility in Howard County. Instead of going full vigilante, the carpenter wisely called in the police. The authorities, armed with a search warrant, raided the storage unit and uncovered not just the carpenter's tools, but the tip of a much larger iceberg. Further investigation led to a total of 12 storage facilities packed with over 15,000 stolen tools, collectively valued at around $5 million. The loot appeared to have been pilfered from retail stores, businesses, vehicles, residential properties, and construction sites across Northern Virginia and Pennsylvania. Howard County Police Chief Gregory Durr acknowledged the enormity of the investigation, revealing that they were still hot on the trail of several suspects, with charges expected soon. Despite the complexity of the case, the carpenter has already reclaimed about half a dozen of his stolen tools. In a bid to return the remaining stolen items, the police have launched a website where victims can log their stolen property in hopes of reclaiming it. So far, they've identified around 80 victims of this grand theft spree. Another reason to buy AirTags. Apple's AirTags have been central to many theft and recovery stories, often involving stolen cars and luggage. However, their utility comes with a cautionary tale, as they've also been misused for stalking. To counteract this, Apple has updated the AirTag firmware to alert users when an AirTag has been planted without their knowledge. The company has also made the AirTag detection software available on both iPhone and Android, ensuring broader protection against unwanted tracking. And they're only set to get better, with a new generation reportedly on the way next year. Top Apple analyst Mark Gurman says the new model, codenamed B589, is slated to arrive around the middle of next year, and that Apple is already doing test runs with manufacturing partners in Asia in anticipation of launch. Now back to the coffee time crew.
I love my AirPods. Not my AirPods, my AirTags. All these air things. But I have some for my keys. I have some for my luggage. Like, as a blind person, it gives me anxiety to be at the airport and not know where my luggage is. So it just makes me feel better to go in my Find My app and just be able to see it. I know I'm a weirdo, but like it just makes me like it gives me peace of mind knowing like, okay, this is where my luggage is, or oh, my luggage is here, you know.
What
So
is an AirTag? What is it?
it's basically like a little round thing, and basically you use it to track your items. So I have one on my keys, I have one in my purse, and basically it just tells you where your items are.
Hmm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
And now is
probably
it
like the size of like a, I don't know, like a
Like a
silver dollar
dollar.
maybe.
Hmm.
like
A
a
silver
what?
dollar.
What about size? Like a silver dollar
Yeah,
size?
like a silver dollar.
So
Yes.
is it actually a sticker or an actual hard device?
It's like an
Like
actual hard
magnet?
device. Next time I see you, Ed, I'll show you my air tags on my keys.
Is it
Okay.
a
Yeah.
magnet? How does it
No,
attach?
you could put it into different cases. Like they have a little case that you could put it into and attach it to your keys because it has a key ring. They got other ones
Okay.
that you could
Yeah, they
probably
have like
buy that
luggage
that are
tag
magnetic too.
Yes.
ones.
Yes, I know
Hmm.
Yeah.
how. Okay.
And
Yeah,
people use
I've
it for all kinds of stuff. Even they put it on the kids when they go to let's say for instance an amusement park, you know, especially if you're a blind parent, I could see this being a good thing to track your kids while they're in
yeah,
line. You
Right.
know, it
Right.
gives you GPS location, but it can you could also point your phone and it could tell you what direction it there are too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the way it works is with the Bluetooth low latency mode and stuff like that. And how these cops found these tools, hey, that's like whoa, hey, they finding things and stuff. But I know people I heard stories about people tracking and stuff like that, but it's good that they warn you now. You know, it's more readily available, I guess you could say, than a GPS tracking device that you go buy at a store and need to activate it and all that, you know?
Right.
right.
Yeah, yeah, this is, you know, uses Bluetooth and stuff like that, but it's been working, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, again, I've never had any, but I do see the need for it and whatnot. And again, I mean, it's being able to find your stuff is really important. I mean, I know a lot of people that just that's just who part of their personality or whoever they are. They just misplace stuff all the time. It can be very useful for them. I like that other new feature they're talking about where it has a tag detector in case somebody has put one on you that you didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's trying to stalk you or track your movements or whatever the case may be, that's a great thing as well. I like that.
Right.
Hmm.
So but again, like you say, for our community, man, I mean, it just helps. I mean, we live, especially when you're living in the house with, other folks and they moving stuff around on you. Oh man, now where did they put my keys? Where did they put this? Where did they put that? You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's, correct me if I'm wrong, Britt, Pedro, you guys just basically pull up just like Find My iPhone, is same basic thing,
Hmm.
right? And
Hmm.
but you just select I guess you can assign the tag, what it is, right?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
you label the tag as, okay, this is my keys, this is my purse, this is my
Hmm.
briefcase, this is my backpack, whatever the case may be. Correct?
Remote
Yes.
control.
Yes, and you go into your Find My application and you have devices, items, and you click on items. You know, so even if you have old school AirPods, like I kind of do, I got the twos. You know, I need to put a AirPod on those, Air tag on those. But the
Are they
newer
small
ones,
enough for that? Where the ones that you stick in your ear? Because that's the reason why I don't use them. Because if I turn a certain way and it falls out of my ear, I'll never find it. But are they small enough to put it on that? Well, you
no,
couldn't.
they're
You
they're
couldn't put them
not.
on it.
But
Yeah.
those
Okay.
those make a beep too. You could find those with a. It makes a loud, high pitched sound.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um, I mean, like just the case itself, because sometimes last time I was like, "Where is my AirPods?" And it was in my dirty pants, you know. And I was already looking everywhere. I was like, "Dang, don't tell me I left them on accident." And I almost did last time, you know.
Right. So I mean, but like you said, the AirPods and stuff, that's the regular standard within Air products per se. As far as being able to find it, like you can find your phone, you can find your AirPods, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, you can find your AirPods, and the newer AirPods come with a similar technology like AirTags too.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, again, it's a great thing to have. I mean, You know, it's funny. Back in the day, you realize you slip on certain things. Back before my site went all the way away, I had this concept of creating a tag. Well, I call it a bag tag. It was basically for airports. Where you could tag your luggage. I was looking at the issue of how much lost luggage is out there, and people not being able to find their luggage. So I had to. It's basically kind of this concept, but it was like you say, a luggage tag, and then you could track your luggage wherever it was. So hey, somebody beat me to them millions.
Yeah, well, they had luggage tags, but you need to get a service for GPS or this and that. They're affordable. They're like around 20, 30 bucks. You could buy them in
Uh,
packs too, and you don't need to connect them to a wireless network or GPS, anything like that.
so you just connect them to your phone, right? I mean, there's an activation button on it, and then you just Bluetooth
Yeah,
connect it to your phone.
you just bring it close to your phone. Your phone will recognize it real quick.
Oh, okay, okay. And again, what's that price point? I mean,
20 to 30 bucks
and that's
Wow.
individually or for a package of how many?
individually. Individually, I think they got one for 60 bucks. I think it comes with three.
Okay, okay.
Wow.
Hey, again, I mean, and in today's world, I mean, I know we're not driving, but in today's world, some of these cars, these key cars, them what they call them, the little
Key fob.
yeah, the key bobs and all that stuff. Man, you can spend two, three, $500 for them things.
Right.
So
Oh yeah,
it
yeah,
might be worth $30 to keep up with that, right?
yeah. But
Right.
see, Ed, now some of these cars, you get close, you could unlock them with your Apple Watch. You could put the key fob thing in your watch, like on it, and it has car unlock. You could walk up and you grab the handle, and it detects your watch, and it unlocks. You
Oh
could
man,
even do
that's
it with
pretty
your phone.
cool.
Yeah,
You could
that
do it with
is
your phone.
cool.
You could buy doorknobs like that too, that you could open with your device,
Yeah, electric
and a key.
doors.
But so
Oh,
I was at a casino, uh, and they let me put it in my phone, and I was able to do it with my phone. But sometimes, you know what I do? I get their little magnetic part or whatever, and put it in the back of my case, and I just put my phone there, and it always unlocks, so I don't have to look
okay.
for no card.
Well, I guess that would work where you only have to, kind of tap the card versus, sliding the card.
Sliding it.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
of a tap. Yeah.
and
Because they
and
used to say you couldn't keep them close together or it would mess up the card itself. But I guess that's no longer true.
It wasn't true, but it just to be safe side.
Ah,
They don't have
gotcha.
to be replacing, but um, it's not like you're running through a metal detector type thing.
Of
right,
You
right,
just
course.
have
right.
it next to a phone.
I mean, and plus, like especially like Vegas now. I don't know about other hotels, but I know especially Vegas. Ever since that last mass shooting there, I mean, if you ain't got a card, you are not getting on that elevator. So it ain't like you can actually take that card and put it away in your wallet or whatever. You got to keep that card handy because you need it for many different things within the hotel. So, I mean, it makes sense to be able to, and it might become a point where, like you say, when you come in, they say, okay, you got a smartwatch, smartphone, whatever the case may be. Rather than get a card, you can just, do something on your phone where you don't even need a card anymore,
Hmm.
Right.
or your watch or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You
So,
could go in your passes. I actually have multiple different passes. I get my concert passes there too. Um, I have multiple cards like my debit. I got a credit card for emergencies in it. That I don't have physically on me. It's just virtually.
right.
So I won't be using it in no store. But I have my Knots Pass. I'll be having my concerts. I got my Knots Pass for my kids there too. When they come with me, I don't even need their cards. They could stay with their mom, their card. I gave it to her so she could have it physically. For me, I need it digitally because I can't even see it. I could grab the wrong one, think, oh, this is mine, walk up to the person and say, oh, no, this is a child's card, you know?
Right.
So, it's
Like
so
I said,
convenient. They pop up on my phone. And then once they're on my phone, they can even pop up on my Apple Watch. So I don't even need to take out my phone when I walk up to them.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
it
stuff.
is.
Technology, man. I keep saying technology. You got to stick with it, or you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. And that note, we be back, folks.
Unleash your creativity and spice up your senses at the Blind United Turn It Up and Paint event. Join us on June 22nd from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Fontana, California for an afternoon filled with art, flavor, and fun. For just $30, get your own canvas and paint kit, enjoy delicious carne asada nachos, other tasty appetizers, and receive a coupon for one of 3 Turn It Up items to use at the event. Don't miss out on this unique experience brought to you by Blind United, under the leadership of our CEO, Ed Davis. It's not just an event, it's a celebration of creativity and community. Secure your spot now. Call us at 1-909-846-8825 or email info@blindunited.org. We can't wait to see you there and watch your creativity soar. Feeling lucky? Join Blind United for a thrilling day at Viejas Casino and Resort. Slaw Machine. Mark your calendars for Friday, August 9th. We're rolling out from 2 locations, Montclair and Buena Park at 9 a.m. sharp, so don't be late. For just $21, you can enjoy a ride filled with fun, refreshments, and the chance to win big. Remember, space is limited, and the deadline for your payment is July 20th. All bookings are non-refundable after July 20th. Bring your poker face and your ID and get ready for a day of excitement and entertainment. No worries about the drive. We've got you covered. You can just relax there and back. Book your spot now. Contact Cheryl at 909-821-9589, cthurston74@gmail.com, or Pedro at 323-631-2122, P. Aguilera at blindunited.org. Let's hit the jackpot together. You can sell your payments to Blind United Incorporated by using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Well, all righty then. Man, keep up with Blind United. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're trying to do everything we can. I mean, of course, we're here in Southern California. We're spread out between, San Bernardino County and LA County. We got a couple other people, out in Orange County. But, here locally, we're able to get together and hang out and do some of these local activities. I'm sorry to say that, the only thing we can do for you folks nationwide is our interest groups, again, but they are free. We try to make sure we have other things in there as far as entertainment. We got our Tuesday night talk time. That's the second Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. And then, we do movie night every Friday night. So, if you got a favorite movie you'd like to watch, again, reach out, info@blindunited.org. And then, put in the subject line, movie suggestion, whatever your movie suggestion may be. If we got it, we're going to play it, So, and then on that note, I mean, I hate to go here, but if you're paying attention, folks out there, that we got some folks out there that I don't know if you want to call them haters, copycats, whatever, but there's a lot of folks out there trying to emulate what we are doing here at Blind United. We've been doing this now for, actually about 3 years now, if you, from the very, very beginning, and a lot of people have been invited to come and hang out and participate with us, but they decided they want to go in their own direction, but at the same time, they can't be original. They want to bite on what we're doing. They want to provide pieces of what we do. There's nobody out there that's providing everything that we do. So
they not like us, apparently.
Well, maybe again, they like what we're doing, but they don't like us. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I love you.
Well, that's how you know you're doing it right. If people aren't hating or emulating, then you're doing something wrong. So obviously you're going in the right direction, Ed.
Well, no, we're going in the right direction, Brett. So,
and you all are. I love Blind United. I'm telling you, I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I feel like I'm at home with you all. So I spread the word every place I go.
And we truly appreciate that, Carol. So that's enough about what we say, stroking our own ego. So we got enough time for another one, my brother. What we got lined up over the next one?
Facebook's Operation Win Back Gen Z. Facebook wants to shake its reputation as a hangout spot for people who were born before the personal computer was invented. It recently unveiled a plan to win over Gen Z, which makes up a minority of its users. Facebook doesn't necessarily want to convince youngsters that it's cool, just that it's useful. It envisions 20-somethings hitting up the Big Blue app to navigate early adulthood through its experience-based features, such as Facebook Marketplace, groups, and dating. Marketplace is already popular among young bargain hunters. It's used by over 1 in 4 dailies active Facebookers between the ages of 18 and 29. But Facebook is also wooing younger people with content that isn't political memes from their grandparents. It bolstered short videos to compete with TikTok and Instagram Reels by enhancing its discovery algorithm and promoting a creator program that lets anyone monetize their posts. Meta says Facebook users now spend 60% of their time on the platform watching videos. It's also made it easier to DM videos after content sharing grew by 80% in a year. Will Facebook rejuvenate itself? It's too early to say whether more young people will flock to the platform, but it has already made some progress. Facebook reports that it has 40 million daily active users in the US and Canada age 18 to 29, the highest in 3 years, though that still makes up only 19% of its user base in the region, per Axios' estimate. But the phrase, "Are you on Facebook?" is certainly rare in high school. Last fall, only 33% of teens younger than 18 said they use it, compared with 59% for Instagram and 63% for TikTok, per Pew Research Center. In 2014 to 2015, more than 2/3 of people that age were Facebook users. Facebook is still getting bigger. After its first ever decline in monthly active users in Q4 2021, Facebook continued growing globally since. Now back to the Coffee Time crew.
I have noticed that a lot of the youngsters, they don't care nothing about Facebook, really. They're, like you said, they're more into their Instagram and TikTok and stuff, the newer platforms. I haven't heard a whole lot about that other new one right now. Was it Mastodon? That's supposed to be a new one. But it seemed like Meta, in essence, is gobbling up the ones that people are participating in. They already had Facebook. Now they got Instagram. They got WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah. Also, I don't know how they could compare Facebook and Instagram and compete in competition, because they're not competing. They're the same company. They're Meta. Now, Instagram and TikTok, I could understand the correlation there and making that connection and and analyzing those together and seeing which one is better. Facebook, I know Instagram was bought from Facebook, was bought for Facebook, and excuse me, my headset was going off. But Facebook was changing its style to the real style that Instagram has, you know. But the one that does a good job on this is on TikTok. Their algorithms and stuff are you on all the platforms are different, and especially like you could tell Facebooks and you could tell Instagrams, you know, you could tell YouTubes and TikTok, and you could see how you could like the same stuff in all these platforms, but get different results. It's the funny part sometimes.
Right. Well, I mean, but again, I can see, kind of the point they were making up front. Being the elders here on the panel. I don't I don't do the Instagram. I don't do the TikTok. I don't do the WhatsApp. I mean, you're lucky to have me do Facebook. And even at that, a lot of it, is more about okay, I stay in touch with the groups of interest. You know what I'm saying? Because I got many different groups within Facebook. So you're able to find groups that are talking about things you're interested in. But a lot of family members, I mean, it's a way to stay in touch with your families and share stories. And hopefully they'll get better with this. Well, they are getting better with it, even though the sighted community has not yet got with it. But with photos and stuff like that, sharing photos. I mean, we're getting assistance, with assistive technology to where we can now know what those photos are. I mean, it's really jacked up. And your family posts a picture from way back in 1970, whatever, and it was all the grandkids hanging out somewhere, but all it says is photo. Man, I'd like to be able to know, okay, that's me and my cousin Danny and my cousin Mary, and and all that kind of stuff. But again, so we're all getting help with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
But
And I'm
even
from the old school too, like you, Ed, but I'm not on, the Facebook platform, but I know a lot of my young cousins, everybody's in this, I want to see everything quick and now. So like Instagram or TikTok, all of these, even YouTube, these things are fast where you can skip ads. They don't even want to wait through the ads. You just want it right now, and then you can move on. Where with
I
Facebook
hate
or
them
the other
ads.
pro, you see, so
I hate them
we're
ads.
not patient anymore. So Facebook is a
No,
little slower compared to the Instagram or the TikTok or YouTube, and you can skip an ad. So I think
well,
that's why these platforms are slowing down.
well, the thing is to you know, they just try to stick advertisement anywhere, I guess, to get money. I remember when the whole thing about cable TV was no commercials, and now sometimes you have minutes and minutes of commercials,
That's right.
and I remember that was the whole thing, like come to cable, don't deal with the commercials. I remember when YouTube was like that, and now they got commercials. It's cool that you could skip them, but sometimes you got your hands busy and they will continuously play back to back,
Back to back.
back to back. And I'm like, okay, you have an algorithm. Why you don't have this algorithm? After two commercials, put you in the video. Why you gotta keep going and going,
And
Just
they're getting longer and longer.
for reals. And some are unskippable. But I know sometimes they're coordinated to your taste and stuff like that. But sticking to the article, yes, one of my teenager sons that just graduated high school is graduating this year.
Woohoo.
Um, yeah, I'm glad to. He is in no platform. He's like, I don't need TikTok. I don't need Instagram. I don't want my photo there. So when I take photos with him, I tell him, look, I'm not gonna post it. Maybe one it's been like a few years, but I keep him on my camera roll. He doesn't like his. He's like, I don't like my stuff out there. You know what I mean? But it's true. Once your photos there, you're able to be tracked in the way. But that
right,
aside, he is more. He, I think, is valuing his privacy, and this is what I talk about too, folks. We need to teach our younger folks about privacy in the home, like with these smart devices, like the A lady and the S lady. I don't put them in the room. That's just my private room right there. That's me. Um, and also, just like how we teach them, come inside, you're in your own home, and this is your private home, this is your house, and you feel comfortable. It should be the same, teaching them privacy within the internet, not to give too much information to these platforms, because these platforms, data is king. Sometimes they give you surveys and they give you all this and all that. So what I teach my kids is value their privacy, their digital privacy also, and value their their opinion and their thoughts, because these companies are giving you surveys to complete so they can know and sell that data. So
Right.
I tell them, don't give no information. They should be actually paying us. I know the platforms are free, but they wouldn't be there if it wasn't us using those platforms.
Exactly.
But now
Exactly.
it's not free because they get paid. We don't pay nothing, but the ad revenue companies do.
Right. And they're making billions of dollars on ad revenue.
Correct. So
You know.
all that, when I talk about privacy, I mean like keep your own opinions, keep them unless they're paying you. Even be aware of your digital privacy, and just like your home, you like to close your curtains at night so nobody will see you because you want your privacy. You have curtains in your windows. You might need a VPN, especially for your kids. You
You
know.
know. Not only that, I mean, especially like I say, in today's world, you got to be careful what you put out there on social media, because a lot of you go out looking for a new job or whatever, they might check your social media status. They might look and see the kind of stuff you're posting. They're going to, well, wait a minute. No, that doesn't align with our business. So we don't want you, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you got to, again, what's the First Amendment? Well, yeah, it's freedom of speech and all that other kind of stuff. There's no expectation of privacy in public. And in essence, these platforms are public forums. So there's no real expectation of privacy there unless you create it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they
I
have
have.
fired teachers that are down here based on their social media platforms, based on
Yes. That.
their right their views of different things. They have actually fired teachers just because of that.
Yeah. What you was expecting to add right now? What you were just saying before, Carol?
Well,
I
I
lost
mean,
my.
again, you have to number one, pay attention when you're on there, because they do have privacy settings as far as your Facebook and all that stuff is concerned. And if you don't want people all up in your Kool-Aid, you got to create that privacy, because it's a public platform and there's no
Oh,
expectation of privacy in public.
okay. There you go. You said it was a public square. They actually fought that in court, and they're able to put certain posts away and not make them pop up to their algorithm or to your news feed, because they stated they are a private company. So they're they were fighting that in court about the whole freedom of speech, but it's their platform is what they're saying. So it's not a public square. So we got to stop thinking that it's a public square. It's a private square where they gathering our information, and when you make that post public, you're giving them the permission to do whatever they want with it, honestly.
Well, and that's what I guess I'm trying to say. I mean, right, I get what you're saying. It's a privately owned, organization or company, whatever. But again,
But you're
if
right
you
though. It
if you
should be treated
create
like that.
those, if you create your privacy settings in there, like you said, if you make your post public, if you in there posting about how you like to get freaky, don't be surprised when it pops up, because why? You put it out there. You put it
Yes,
out
yes.
there. I mean, you can set those privacy settings to where, only you and certain people can see those things. But then you got to be worried about what they do with it.
Yeah, and even
That's
though if
right.
you make it as friends or privacy, law enforcement and other agencies that want to track you can just make up a profile and become your friend and see what you're doing, and they keep tabs. And it's been multiple times been documented and been in articles. I read an article about young men, teenagers, around 17 to 19. They were getting caught by these people saying I caught you on camera doing stuff that they shouldn't do, like sexual things with themselves, and try to get blackmailed, and
Right.
so you have to be aware of what you're doing. You have to teach your kids and stuff, and even for yourself, be aware. Be
They've
just
caught
aware.
teenagers here that have posted with marijuana or guns. Police have monitored their Facebook, and next
Yes,
thing you
this
know, they're
is
arrested.
this is true, and this is true, guys. Let me look if we have any comments before we leave. Okay, no comments, guys. But thank you for joining us once again. Coffee time with Blind United. We have Ed, we have myself, Pedro, and we have our guest Carol. Thank you, Carol, for joining us again. It's always good to have you on too.
Thank you.
Bye.
And
All right,
Brittany,
you
I
guys.
forgot about Brit.
It's okay. It's okay. Everybody forgets
You
about
never
me.
forget about
Nah.
me.
Never forget about
I
you.
thought you were
It's all
dropped
good,
out.
but you can give, guys. YouCanGive.org.
All that good stuff.
All that good stuff. They're doing
All
big
that good
things.
stuff.
They're giving canes to people who really, really need them in third world countries. YouCanGive.org. Or you guys can purchase a cane from Custom Cane. That's custom with a K, guys.
Right. So, on that note, we're going to bring this one to an end, and we will be back with you again tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. So, again, we appreciate everybody, and we will definitely be see you on the next one. So, everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you again real soon. We are out.